And that, people, is what I'm here to fix. Hi, Susan here. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I am going to take this dryer apart again. Okay, I've already taken it apart once and fixed it for a squeak. Now I have this problem. So at least I'm familiar with how to take this apart. And I have to investigate further what's causing that, because the only thing in that dryer was a pair of jeans. And they're not that wet now. They've dried overnight in the air. But I thought I'd replicate the sound to tell you what was going on with this thing. This dryer and washer are about 14 years old. Things don't last that long these days, so I'm trying to hobble them a little bit longer before buying a brand new set. Laundry will be so much easier with a brand new set, for sure. But as I said, I'm trying to get these to work just a little bit longer before I have to invest that kind of money out again. And it's kind of got me curious as to what this is that's going wrong. The first time I took it apart, it was squealing. And when I took it apart, I found out that there were two plastic pieces that belong right on the top of the drum area here that were worn out. So I replaced them, and the squeak went away, and things were fine for the longest time. And now we've got this sound coming out of it. So that gives you a heart attack when it happens and you're not expecting it. So I definitely have to investigate in what's going on here. Now, as I said, this is 14 years old. I'm not even sure I can get parts for it. The plastic pieces I made myself out of some binder plastic. So before we go taking things apart, safety first, we need to unplug. So I'll just move this forward a little bit. And it's unplugged. So now it is safe to take it apart. Okay, now this could end up being a long video, but what I'm going to do is fast forward in places where I can, just to make it a little bit shorter for you. Now I start out, there's two screws up in the top edge here that I need to take out first. The washer also has issues, which means that is going to require a replacement as well. I have to maintain a medium load, medium sized, in order for it not to mess up on me. But I think that might just be a belt. I don't know for sure. But that's what it sounds like to me. It just, when it gets too full and too heavy, it can't ring it right. So, there we go. Two screws out. And now, I should be able to wiggle off the top. And there we go. That's simple, guys. Okay. Just put that to one side. And there's the big ugly drum. You know what? Those plastic things might have come loose and jammed something. Hang on. Let me see. Okay. Next step. There are Again, 2 screws, one in each corner, holding this front panel on, which I will remove to get full access to the drum and under it and around it and everything. So that is one thing I want to do, is take all the unnecessary pieces away so that I can see the problem and get to it. I'm just using a multi-driver here, and it's a star screwdriver bit that I've got in here. And there we go. And there are 2 small little screws for the front piece. At least it keeps it easy to figure out what screws go where. Okay, let's see. Well, my plastic pins are still here. Okay, the plastic glides are still there and in place, so it wasn't that. Okay, let me just, the switch for the door is keeping it attached to the main body. And I'm not sure I want to disturb this switch in case I can't get it back on there. As I said, this is 14 years old, so things are not going to be probably coming apart too friendly at this point in time. Okay, let's see. Now, I'll just take this off of here for. Okay, those are the purple glides that I made, and they're still in place. They are what the drum sits on and rotates on. That's why it doesn't squeak anymore. But yeah, now I got this ungodly banging here. Okay, first thing I want to check out is the belt. And it seems to be intact. It seems to be intact and secure. It's not loose and wobbling so that it, jams it up or anything. I don't see why it would make that noise. So, put you back on the tripod stand here. And we'll get on with this. Let's see what else we can find out. Now, when the body is not on there, the drum is resting on the front. Okay, let's see. We have quite the wind going on out here, so my hydro is flickering, but my camera is not on hydro, so we're good. And I'm back. The hydro just flickered and went out, so I had to check on things I had running in the other room. There's enough daylight in here though to keep doing what I'm doing. And this is unplugged as it is. So, okay, so this is where we're at now. I'm finally getting to the bearing plate at the back of the dryer. Did not need to take the top part apart. What I had to do is take the plate off the back inside the dryer, and it's got Torx bits on it. like that, like a multi-star thing. Hang on a second, I'll show you inside the dryer. There we go. Let's see now. This is the plate I had to take off. And look at the mess I found behind it. Ugh, guys. That's 14 years of grime. This is all lint and dirt and stuff, which obviously I'm going to clean out as well. I mean, it can't hurt, right? It may be partially why it's complaining. But in behind here is the bearing plate. So let me clean that up and we'll be right back. Okay guys, cut to the next day. Yeah, the power went out and we had to go out and yeah, so life happened. Anyway, I put the rest of the dryer back together today. I didn't bother videoing it because, I mean, you saw it come apart, so you know it goes together, right? Anyway, so I'm going to throw in the same pair of jeans that caused the big noise at the beginning of this video, and let's see what it does now. Okay, so let me set the timer to anything really, because I'm not going to let it do the whole thing. Working. How long for? I don't know. We're gonna have to. What time will tell. Anyway, once I get a full load in here, etc., we'll see if it makes that noise again. But so far, it's doing all right. Okay, now since it is expensive time for hydro, I'm not going to let it run for very long, but suffice it to say, it's all back together and it's working again. I'll have to come back and update this when I figure out whether it's going to work for a long time or not. It is on borrowed time. It is 14 years old and it has been used a lot. So the fact that I've got it back up and running, I did clean out the stuff behind that plate in the inside of the dryer, so that's bound to help it some, at least, by a little more time. And it is back in service. So thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. And if you do subscribe, please hit that bell so that notifications are sent to your inbox every time I upload a new video on this channel. Thanks again, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.